Please subscribe.
Hello everyone, welcome to today's class. We're going to be talking about how to SSH into a virtual server. In this class, we're going to be particularly talking about how to SSH into Amazon EC2 instance. For last class, we created two EC2 server and we'll name them first EC2 server and first EC2 server. Those are the names for both instance, and we also created a new key pair in the last class, and this key pair is going to be used for authenticating into this EC2 instance. But right now, first things first, I would like to rename this server into, like, maybe server 1 or server 2, so that way we can identify which server we're going to be working on and we don't mix them together. And I'm going to go into the first server, which is the server 1. I'm going to copy the public IPv4 address. That's all I need to connect. And I also need a client called PuTTY. So PuTTY is an SSH client for Windows. And if you don't have it, you can go to Google. You can type in putty.exe. You can download PuTTY on your machine if you want. But I already have PuTTY installed on my machine. So I'll be using my installed version of PuTTY to connect to my EC2 instance today. Here we go. I have PuTTY running. I'm going to type in my host name, which is my public IPv4 address, which is 54.226, as you can see on my screen. And I'm going to attempt to do something. Don't panic. I'm going to attempt to open a connection without uploading my authentication key. I want you guys to see the error message that I get, so that way you understand why we have to have a key pair before we try to SSH into an Amazon EC2 instance, because without that it's gonna fail the authentication process. So I'm gonna click on open. It's gonna ask me for my username. The default username for Amazon EC2 instance, it is EC2/user. So now, as you can see, I have an authentication problem. So let's close PuTTY and let's restart PuTTY. Type in my host name, my IP address, the public IPv4 address, the same thing, which is 54.226.123.72, and that is mine. Make sure you look at yours. I'm going to go to SSH on the left panel. I'm going to click on authentication, and in the box right there, that's where you have to download. You have to browse the file in your local machine and find the file, and you can upload the file. So I'm going to browse the file on my machine. I'm going to go into my computer, my files and folder, to locate that file. I have it downloaded on that downloads. So I have the file right there. I'm going to locate the file. I'm going to click on open to attach the file. I'm going to open the connection, and it's going to ask me for my username. I'm going to put in the same thing. It's going to automatically connect to the EC2 instance. Voila! Now we have a good connection. We've connected successfully to the EC2 instance. I'm going to try to perform some basic Linux tasks, because we have Linux installed on this machine. That's why I'm using a Linux command, because when we were creating the EC2 instance, we used a Linux AMI. So I'm going to try to use basic Linux command. Okay, that's working. I'm going to try to list the files. There's no files. I'm going to try to create a new directory, a new folder. Yep, I'm going to go into a new folder, and I will try to create a new file to see if I can write into the folder. I have permissions. So I'm going to touch new file.txt. list. Okay, now I have a new file. So that's how you connect. Use PuTTY to connect to your SSH. We have done that successfully. We text the commands and everything is working properly. Now I'm gonna try to use a different client known as MobaXterm. I will use MobaXterm to connect to my EC2 instance. I want to see if it's working also too. I already have MobaXterm installed on my computer. If you don't have it, you should download it on Google. I'm gonna go to new session in the top left corner, and I could do SSH. Now click on SSH, specify my host, which is also my IPv4 address, the public IP. I'm gonna do my username, which is the EC2-user. And you remember we uploaded a file earlier. We're gonna do the same thing, same process for MobaXterm. I'm gonna click on the advanced SSH settings, use a private key, and I'm gonna browse also, find the file, and I'm gonna open the file, and I'm gonna click on OK, and this should automatically connect directly to the server. So now, remember we had PuTTY connected, and now we have MobaXterm connected, and I did some functions like create a new folder with PuTTY. I'm going to check the folder now on MobaXterm to see if it's actually in there. So I have my new folder in there. I'm going to try to navigate into my new folder. There should be a file called new text that we created earlier. I'm going to try to check it, and I have a new file.txt. So that means, it's working. I have correct permissions. So now what I'm going to do finally is I'm going to try to delete the new file.txt file and to check on the PuTTY to make sure that it's actually deleted. So remove rom, new file.txt. Oh, excuse me, I have an error. Okay, I used the capital letter N instead of a small letter N. So now I've removed the file, new file.txt. So I'm going to go check on PuTTY to see if that file is still present. So I'm going to change directly into EC2 user, and on that EC2 user, I will go into a new folder, and there should be a new file.txt. If it's not in there, then that means it has been deleted successfully. Then that means everything is working and our operation is confirmed. That's all you need to know about how to SSH into EC2 instance. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned and watch our next video. We're going to talk much about SSH and more about EC2 instance in the future. Thank you so much. Bye.